You say you want discipline, but your actions tell a different story. You start strong, you feel proud for a few hours, then you collapse right back into old habits. I know, because I lived there. And here's the truth most people never hear. You're not lazy, you're not broken. Your brain is just rewarding the wrong behaviors. Right now, discipline feels like punishment, so your nervous system fights it. And no, you cannot shame your way into consistency. You can bully yourself into short bursts, a week, maybe a month, but long term, that path ends in burnout every time. I learned this the hard way. For years, I believed discipline meant suffering, grinding harder, pushing through exhaustion, ignoring every signal to stop. It worked, briefly, until I hit a wall. And when I burned out, I realized something important. My approach to discipline was fundamentally broken. Your brain is simple. It moves away from pain and toward reward. That's it. So when progress feels emotionally painful, your brain creates resistance automatically. Not because you're weak, but because it's doing its job. The harder you force yourself, the more friction you create, which is why willpower always runs out. The solution isn't pushing harder, it's removing the threat. When the first step feels microscopic, your brain doesn't panic. Opening the laptop, putting on gym shoes, writing one terrible sentence, that's not weakness, that's strategy. You're not climbing a mountain, you're stepping onto a trail. And once the threat disappears, resistance collapses. Here's the shift that changes everything. Discipline doesn't fail because you lack motivation. It fails because you've trained your brain to hate it. If every step feels like suffering, your brain will eventually quit, guaranteed. Your nervous system runs on one loop: action, reward, repeat. Right now, your dopamine comes from scrolling, sugar, distractions. But dopamine isn't evil, it's neutral. You can re-aim it. When effort becomes rewarding, consistency becomes automatic. That's the goal. Not discipline through pain, discipline through satisfaction. Most people try to change their life by scaling cliffs. Gym every day, 2,000 words daily, perfect routine overnight. Your brain sees that and says, nope. But your brain loves trails. Small steps, clear paths, no panic. So you leave breadcrumbs. You make starting so easy it feels ridiculous not to do it. Lay out gym clothes the night before. Open the laptop before bed. Prep one healthy option in advance. No decisions, no negotiations. Momentum replaces motivation. And momentum compounds faster than willpower ever will. This rule alone can change your life. Make it easier to start than to avoid. 10 minutes at the gym, one paragraph, one dish. Once you start, your brain switches modes. Anxiety drops, dopamine releases, momentum kicks in. 10 minutes becomes 30. One paragraph becomes a page. One dish becomes a clean sink. Not because you forced it, but because motion creates motion. You don't need to finish, you just need to begin. Your brain doesn't run on inspiration, it runs on evidence. So, give it proof. Track everything. Mark an X on a calendar. Drop a coin in a jar. Write one sentence about what you did well today. Progress you can see becomes progress you protect. And when you miss a day, you don't quit. You honor the streak and continue. Perfection kills momentum. Consistency builds identity. This is where most people fail. They work hard, feel nothing, and wonder why motivation disappears. You must reward effort, not outcomes. After a work session, step outside and breathe. Savor a coffee. Tell yourself, I did what I said I'd do. It feels awkward at first. Do it anyway. You're teaching your brain that effort feels good. That's how habits stick. Logic starts habits. Emotion sustains them. Ask yourself, who am I becoming by showing up? What future am I protecting? What version of myself am I done being? Write it down, read it daily. A strong why reduces the need for willpower. Here's the final truth. If the process feels like punishment, your brain will rebel. So add pleasure, music, rituals, comfort. Discipline isn't self-harm, it's self-respect. The people who win long-term aren't suffering, they're satisfied. This isn't instant, but one day something clicks. You keep a promise to yourself, and it feels different. You trust yourself again. That feeling becomes addictive. Not hustle addiction, identity addiction. You become someone who follows through, and once that becomes your baseline, there's no going back. Start small, shrink the start, reward the effort. Your brain is waiting for the right signals. Give them today. And if you want more systems like this, subscribe. The next one rewires focus itself. Your move.